It's the Drive on Metro with Mo Flavor and Master Chaman Govo. Good afternoon to you. 16 past 3. Thank you very much to KO. He's got some brand new music. He's been making a lot of noise about the music and the videos for No Feelings. All right, so headlines, sports still to come. We'll find out what's happening there. But joining us in studio is the man behind the ultimate sports show. His name is Udo Karlse. He is no stranger to the world of broadcasting. I consider him to be one of the best in the game. Somebody that I've certainly followed over the years, even before I, burnt my lips in the world of broadcasting. Udo, good afternoon, brother.
Away.
Away is not good enough.
Away.
or does it mean you come to a space where you can finally relax?
Small start, and then we build up to the big finish.
Welcome to Metro. Not the first time. I mean, I suppose certainly in the world of broadcasting, you've been in the game for a minute, radio and television. Predominantly with sport, from what I've observed, and now you've decided to come to Metro to kill it. How's that?
I'm here. Look, 20 years later, my brother. I find it hard to believe when I was sitting this weekend thinking, like, how long have you been in the broadcast game? 20 years radio, started when I was 18, and about 17 years television. And it's all culminated in me sitting opposite you right now, a week out from, I'm not going to lie to you, the biggest challenge of my life from a radio broadcasting point of view.
I mean, you're here essentially to do the ultimate sports show, which is going to be from 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. I mean, you were talking about, just in reference, how long you've been in the game before you were able to join Metro. What does this mean to you in your career?
Can we deal with the big colored elephant in the room thing?
You know what? I'm so glad you went there. I'm so glad you went there.
I just want to say this first of all, right? You know that was it? Whose song was it? I forget. The dude who started all this gangster-ish.
Which one is that dude?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. First of all,
I don't actually.
Can never be replaced.
Oh,
I've been
Robert
taking,
Marawa.
There we go. I've been taking questions for the past, I don't know how long, about me replacing that man. He's a brother, he's a friend, he is a pioneer, and he cannot be replaced. Yeah?
I'm so glad that
Thabo Mbeki replaced Nelson Mandela, but only in name.
Sure.
They cannot live up to the same legacies. And I think somehow, we still need to find a way to pay homage to that legacy, in spite of whatever.
I totally agree.
Yeah?
I totally agree.
So here I am with the biggest boots to fill, my brother.
And in a very short space of time, what's your plan to honor the legacy and to fill those boots in a way that is authentic to you?
This place has become, that show has become the pinnacle of sports broadcasting in South Africa for, 13 years, 14 years?
Yeah.
There are standards to maintain. There's a level of creativity that is required every single day, which is underpinned by hard work every single day. And it's a product, it's a platform that is trusted. Yeah?
Yeah.
So in order for me to even begin to do justice to that,
Right.
the hard work has to come every single day. I think box tick, because for 20 years I've been grafting.
And it certainly comes off that way, Udo, in the work you do, in the quality of content that you put out, whether you're on the radio or on the television set. So, from where I'm sitting, I certainly don't doubt that for a second. And I don't think there's anyone who does.
Absolutely not.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I'm so looking forward to it. Look, I've been privileged, right? In this 20 years on radio, I've had a ride, and 17 years television, that has taken me across the broadcast platform in South Africa.
Sure.
Started off at, Independence down in Cape Town. Was a hard news journalist there for about 4 years. I remember covering my last hard news story. Young girl, Valencia farmer, stabbed 54 times. The day of the conviction of the 3 guys who killed her because of a gang initiation was a day where I was just like, you know what?
You can't do this.
We were standing outside prison as reporters watching these guys go in. And they were receiving a hero's welcome as they walked into prison. And I was like, no, I can't anymore.
This is one beat you don't want to be on.
Can't.
Yeah.
Moved up to Johannesburg, the rest is history. I've been at Supersport, I've been at ETV, I've been at the SABC, I've been at other commercial independent radio stations. And I'm back doing national duty, bro.
I'm
Well-
curious to know before we move on from the issue of the elephant in the room. Have you spoken to Robert
Since when?
since the last perhaps month?
Interesting you should mention. I think the last time we chatted was 3-4 weeks ago
Yeah.
at a book launch.
After
in
you've been
Johannesburg.
approached for this position.
While there were discussions, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What was the level of conversation that happened there?
It wasn't a conversation. I was kind of walking out, he was walking in.
I
It
see.
was
Yeah.
high-fiving one another, and I was out of there.
Yeah.
But look, we have no problem talking, conversing.
Yeah.
We just haven't spoken in this period.
I got you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that you honor when you say the colored elephant in the room. And then with regards to the broadcast media space, I noticed that there is very little colored representation. And I really don't like to bring things down to race. But you've been that pinnacle. And I want to talk about that in just a moment. But if you've just joined the conversation, we're chatting to Udo Karlse, the Udo Karlse. We talked to him ahead of his brand new sports show coming up next week, Monday.